lawful wedded husband.
To be my...
Barbara not Barbara Jean's heart. With a tramp like you?
Well, I know it hurts being third rate, but aren't you accustomed to it yet?
Oh, Robin, I see you. I myself the slut of Springfield!
Son of a bitch in heat.
I found out myself what love is all about.
Hey everybody, it's me, Nikki. How y'all doing out there? Hello, welcome to Ranting with Ricardo. We're here to talk about what? Them soaps, okay? Thank you for everybody who has recently subscribed. I appreciate all of you. You're much appreciated. But before we get into all of that and talking about the soaps and everything, once again, I just want to share my appreciation for everyone who has subscribed, who has been liking, who's been watching the videos. I appreciate it. You are loved. You are appreciated over here. I'm going to keep saying that. On top of that, don't forget to hit your notification bell to turn on a notification so you can be updated on all the amazing things going on over here, as well as subscribing to the channel so you can keep up with everything that's going on over here. Also, if you check the description box down below, you'll find the information that you need to follow me on different platforms and many more. So, with that being said, let's get into them soaps. Okay, we got the June 10th episode of General Hospital here, people. Yes. Let's get into the episode. Maxie down to the Crimson office. She's supposed to be having a meeting with Nina, and Nina is just complaining about Drew, and she's talking about, oh, Drew's so nice, and seeing Drew down to the pool with Wiley and Willow being fatherly and really trying to help out the children and everything has made her coochie sing. That's what it is. Okay, she done got all hot and bothered under the collar because she's seen him be a father or just shown like this other side of him. And I'm just like, but this has always been Drew. This has always been this side of Drew. Like, he's always been fatherly. He's always been like, top tier before Cameron, who used to be Ryan Lavery, played him. This is the Drew we got when Billy, rest in peace, Billy was playing him. So here we are now. It's like, this is the Drew we're used to, not this Drew who's got a chip on his shoulder when it comes to Jason, not this Drew who'd been to prison and got beat up because you decided to snitch him out, not this Drew that's willing to take you down in the offices. But okay, she hot and bothered all up under the collar, and Maxie is just like, listen, Natalia getting on my nerves. She got all these critiques. She got a list of stuff. It's like 5 pages worth of stuff. Can we get through this so I can go home, please? I want to be with my kids. I want to be with Spinelli. Violet is over. I got to take care of Violet. Okay? But no, Nina is just doing the absolute most. So we get down to Willow, and she's just sitting there with Michael. They're on a date night, and she's gushing about Drew. And I'm like, so Michael, I know you have a hard time seeing the signs, but you don't see the signs. You ignoring all the signs. You don't see what is going on here. You don't hear it in her voice, the way she's gushing over Drew. At this point, it's going to go past, he saved my life, which he really didn't. All he did was go get Liesl. Anybody could have really got Liesl up off that island and got her back to you, but okay, Miss Girl. He saved my life, and, he's been helping me so much with the foundation and teaching me and guiding me, and he's so good with children. She's getting hot and bothered up under the collar, but she don't know what it is yet. And if they continue to work together, especially if they continue to work closely together, guarantee it's going to spin into something else. But she's gushing about him like a schoolgirl with a crush to Michael, and Michael is like, what? Ignoring all signs. So calls Curtis down to the office, and Curtis is like, we could do X, Y, and Z with this new thing we getting together. We could do this, we could do that. I got it all together. We could start working on it real soon. And then that's when Drew drops the bomb that, I'm thinking of running for Congress. Sounds about Caucasian. Sounds about. Anyway, Chase and BK down to the Quartermain kitchen, and they talking to Tracy. And they about to let Tracy know what Finn been up to. Meantime, in between time, this is when Liz catches Finn's drunk ass with that hussy Barb. Now, not my cousin Barb, okay? Not my cousin Barb. But this hussy on General Hospital, her name is Barb. So the hussy is like, don't tell me this is your wife. And Liz is like, no, I'm his ex-girlfriend. And Finn is like, how did you do here? Like, he's smiling and giggling and all that stuff. And it's just like, so you too, like Michael, you're ignoring all the signs. Liz looks away and she feels where it's written all over her face. She don't have to say a word. Okay? It's written all over Liz's face. She got an issue. And then this hussy on the couch is written all over her face. She don't have to say a word. I'm going to just say this. That shirt could have been in a different color and I would have liked it. But I don't like the shirt on the hussy. Anyway. We get down to decks. He then went back down to the pool to see Jocelyn because they supposed to be having them a little dinner date. They on their way back together. We knew it wasn't going to take long for them to go ahead and get back to it. And he's, asking Jocelyn about her day as a lifeguard and how did it go and did she enjoy it. And she was like, yeah, if the day goes like this for the rest of my time as a lifeguard, I'm just going to love it. The summer's going to be great. And they're flirting hard. So Jocelyn's like, let me go take a shower and then we go to dinner. So we get back to Nina. And once again, she is raving about how much she loves the way Drew was with her grandkids and how Drew was with Willow and how he's done so much for Willow and how he's such a good man and he's changed and he's been helping her and he's this and he's that and and oh my man. And it's just like you forget that's not your man. Y'all is bumping and grinding all over the office, but other than that, y'all can go outside together, okay? And I love me some Little Mix. Listen, why can't I kiss you on the dance floor? Why can't it be like that? I want it to be like that because I'm yours, baby, I'm yours. That's the song Nina and Drew singing to each other. And I'm like, please let this be done. I am over them. Anyway, so she's gushing and all Maxie wants to do is go home. I just want to go home. I want to go home to my kids in Spinelli. I want to go home. And ain't nobody listening to Maxie. Mind you, Maxie looked the fuck good. Okay, she do. Okay, my girl looks great. So Drew is with Curtis in his office gushing about the Congress seat. And he wants Curtis's opinion because I've been asking everyone's opinion, but I want your opinion because if I do decide to do this, that means you're on your own with this project. So tell me what you think. And he's legitimately doing this because he wants somebody to talk him out of it. He wants somebody to try to talk him out of it so he could have his fan club talk him into it. That's what the situation is, and I'm getting tired of him. Willow and Michael are talking about how Wiley saw Nina at the pool and she didn't want to ignore her. And Michael was like, listen, I don't trust Nina, but I support your decisions. And I was like, yeah, you're going to support her right into your uncle's arms, but okay, good for you. And then we get back to BK and Chase. So BK and Chase finally tell Tracy what's going on and how Finn has been drinking and how he's been lying and he's drinking on purpose and how he claims that he's not addicted to alcohol and all these things so he could do whatever he wants, but he's obviously hiding it from them. Big problems, and we're going to get back to that. So we get back down to Liz. Okay, Liz told that hussy, get out. The hussy said, he want me here. Liz said, what's your name? She said, Barb. She was like, okay, Barb, get out. So the hussy gets up and she stomps out of there. She real upset, but I'm just like, girl, you came home with a drunk man and you saw these boxes. I don't know what you thought was going to happen, but what it is, it ain't. Okay, you wasn't going to get no peanut out of that man. It was probably going to go get gonna go limp, okay? I saw him drinking whiskey, girl. He was gonna get whiskey dick and it was gonna be done with it, okay? Be done with it. It was gonna be done with it. Anyway, Liz throw the hussy out, and Finn tells her, "You don't live here. You can't throw people out, and you haven't been here for me. You don't get to judge me. You left me and abandoned me because you can't be around me while I'm grieving." And it's just like, when did she abandon you? I'm Confucia. When did she abandon him? Somebody in the chat in the comment section, tell me when Liz abandoned that grown man. Because I don't remember her abandoning that grown man. I remember her trying to help this grown man and that grown man getting an attitude with her. So she said, I'm going to give you your space. I remember that. I remember her showing up for this grown man at every single turn. I remember that. I remember, okay, listen, we're not even gonna get there. I remember. You remember? I remember. You remember? I remember her trying to get him to stop drinking and he didn't want to. I remember that. So he told her, "You abandoned me while I'm grieving and you didn't want to be here. So I found somebody who would be here." And I was like, "See, Liz, you's a better woman than me." Because that's when I would have read him filth and cussed him out and read him down for the filth that he is. Because how dare you? She got a job and she got kids. You got a kid that's also her niece. She's trying to be there for everybody, okay? And herself, her job, her kids, your child, her niece, you, your brother, his wife, trying to be there for everybody. I am so sorry that nobody wants to see you crash your sobriety and start drinking yourself to death, putting everybody in danger. I'm sorry that people don't want to be around that. You have addiction problems, and while you've been off them drugs, you have decided to go on alcohol, and now you want to lie about it. You're doing it on purpose. Boy, if you don't get the fuck up out of here, go. So we get Willow. She says, she hasn't changed the way she thinks about Nina, but Nina isn't pushing her boundaries and causing big blowups anymore. So, maybe she has changed, and Drew has helped her change. And it's just like, girl, she ain't changed for real. She ain't changed. She just convinced Drew to help her, and Drew is helping her. That's about it. She's getting in to you by way of Drew. That's all that is. But okay, that's your mama, baby. That's your mama. Anyway, Nina likes Drew. Okay, she's liking Drew more and more, and she's seeing him in this. Like I said, she's seeing him in this fatherly role, and that's all she's ever wanted out of man, to be like a real father. Like, one of the things that turned her on the most about Valentine is him being a father to Charlotte. That's what really turned her on about Valentine. One of the things that really turned her on about Sonny is him being a father to his children. The one thing that really turned her on about Silas back way when she came up out of that coma and started harassing him and Sam, was him being there for Rafe and him being there for Danny at the time. She likes men who give off the fatherly vibes, gives off the fatherly role. She has a problem. Okay, that's a fetish. No one's going to judge you about your kinks, ma'am. But your track record has showed you being attracted to these men because they're giving off a fatherly role, and then you have kind of like that love-hate relationship with them. The will they, won't they. You had it with Silas when you came back. You had it with Sonny. You had it with Drew. You have it with Valentine. Your track record has showed that this does not work. So one would deduce that maybe you should try getting you a man that is not trying to scheme and plot and plan off of you. Because she had the same thing with Franco. She truly loved the fact that, other than the fact that Franco was up her ass all the time, she loved the care that Franco showed for Kiki. Anyway, Drew down there telling Curtis that, you'll be doing the launch alone if I decide to run for Congress. And Curtis is like, I can do it. I can handle it. I have my team. I could run this, and you should run for Congress. And then he proceeds to boost Drew's ego up. And I'm just like, he don't need that ego to be any more inflated than it already is. Because if that ego continues to inflate, his head is gonna get super big and he gonna float off into the atmosphere. But hey, if y'all like it, I love it. BK and Chase are like, back talking to Tracy. They're like, he's lying. And hold on, I'm trying to find my notes. Okay, he's lying and he's hiding everything. And our main priority is Violet. They don't want anything to happen to Violet. And Tracy's like, she tells them the real. Y'all could try all y'all want, but he's not going to respond well to y'all trying to take Violet up out that house with him. That is his child. He has full custody. Hayden's not around. And the only way for y'all to get custody is for him to do something crazy, but it's only going to start a custody battle between y'all two, and Liz. Unless y'all decide to do it, 1 week here, 1 week off while he's in rehab. That's all that's going to happen. So Liz says, I didn't leave you. And you would know that if you weren't drinking. Like, I didn't leave you. I didn't abandon you. I've been here, but you would know that if you weren't drinking. And if you were sober. And, just tell me, is Violet home? And he's like, I would never do this while my daughter is home. I would never. And it's just like, you're getting on the level of you would do that when your daughter's home. We can't trust you. And then he plays breaking down. Like, he starts start doing all that. And I said, Liz, you bet not believe it. You bet not believe it. You listen, I have never had faith in Liz none of my days. Okay. One of my favorite moments on General Hospital, and if I figure out how I can be able to react to it, I will, is when Lulu read her for filth down to that hospital in front of everybody. That's one of my favorite moments because Liz has always gotten on my damn nerves with that moral superiority complex that she has. But baby, when I tell you Liz came to play today, I said, Liz, you bet not fall for it. You or your short haircut. You bet not fall for this, bitch. You bet not fall for his act. He is lying, he is plotting, he is planning, and he's scheming. He has addiction problems, and right now his addiction is no longer drugs but alcohol. He is using this as trying to use this as an upper when alcohol to the people who know it is a downer. Don't believe this. He faking. Girl, don't believe this. And Liz didn't believe it. Liz said, listen, this all cool and all, but because he begging her not to leave. She was like, this is cool and all, but I can't love you more than I love myself. She didn't say it like that, but that's what it gave. And she chose that stuff. And I said, you better do it. You and your haircut. Listen, I like her. I like Rebecca with longer hair, but I can't help but say that she truly does eat when she got like a little short haircut. Okay, she be eating the girls up. I just want to say it needs to be more of punk rock instead of soccer mom. It's giving Bob and it's giving Karen Bob and it's giving stiff and I don't like it. Somebody down to the hair department, I'm not telling y'all how to do y'all job, but she need to change up that look with her hair, okay? Do a little something different. Add a curl. Add a little body wave to it. I'm not saying give her a weave or a wig, but do something with the hair that's there, okay? You don't have to lighten it up, but you could make it look a little better, okay? That layering is just like, ooh, that's a lot of layering y'all have done. I'm off on a tangent. But listen, one time I likes me some Liz, she decided to choose her goddamn self, and I said, you better do it. You better do it, bitch. She chose herself. And Finn is like, please don't go, please don't go. And she was like, I got to go. Okay, I'm about to go. And he holding on to her and he's like, stay. And that's when Jason popped up. And that's how we know that Jake called Jason. Because how you know to come over to this address? Anyway, Jason popped up here in the doorway talking about let her go. So we get to Joss. Willow is gushing about Drew again, and Dex and Joss end up running into them. And Michael is telling all of Jocelyn's business to Willow. And I said, I get that's your wife and you want to pillow talk and tell her all the business, but she don't need to know that girl business like that. That's your sister. That's your wife. At some point, you got to stop telling all the business unless it's harmful to everyone. Anyway, Jocelyn and Dex are talking about making memories. Willow is still gushing about Drew and how he's starting afresh with Nina and how it's also great. And it's just like, once again, Michael is ignoring all the signs that your wife is about to get snatched up by your uncle. Anyway, Maxie is clocking Nina's tea, and she's like, "You like this man. You do. And you're saying he's unprofessional, but you being unprofessional right now. So can we get this done so I could go home, please?" All Maxie wanted to do was go home and be with her children, Spinelli and Violet. That's all she wanted to do. And for the majority of this episode, she didn't even get to do it. It's just like, damn, why I have to come over here today? Why Natalia got to ruin my good time? So Nina's going off on this tangent about Drew, and Maxie is like, "Can we just get this meeting done so I can go home? Come on, Nina, let's do it. Let's get this done, okay? Let's get it done." BK and Chase, they want to have Violet come over to the mansion. Like, we got a lot of kids. We got Danny, Jake, Amelia, Wiley, Leo, Scout. Listen, the Quartermains that came up, didn't they? We got a lot more Quartermains than we used to have. Okay, we got all the children, and then we could add Aiden, and because Aiden, he's a part of the crew. Okay, he's part of the crew. Technically speaking, that is Tracy's step grandson, and Tracy is thinking all these damn kids. But y'all know Tracy love the kids, and the kids love Tracy, even if she won't believe it. Tracy is the mean grandma. But you gotta appreciate the mean grandma, because the mean grandma is the one that's gonna ride for you the most. She truly is. Anyway, they want to have all the kids down to the mansion and tell Finn that they're having all the kids down to the mansion and have Violet come stay like maybe a week or two. So then they can go and get Finn together and possibly get him into rehab, have an intervention. And Tracy says, "Listen, that's all good and all. Violet is always welcome here. Okay, y'all know Monica is going to allow her to stay here, but get ready for him to disappoint you. Just get ready for him to disappoint you." And I was like, I agree. Get ready for Finn to just be an utter disappointment. And y'all just going to have to take it on the chin. Now back to Jason. Jason shows up and he like, "Let her go." And Finn is like, "What are you doing here? You don't even live here." And it's just like, child, wherever one of his baby mamas is or the women that's ever been in his life, he gonna show up and wreck shop and handle in business and get down to it. So let her go. And he asked Liz, "What you want to do? You want to say you want to go? What you trying to do, girl? Let me know something. Me and my tattoo want to know what you trying to do." Okay, I love his sleeve. Shout out to Steve and his sleeve. Anyway, Liz says, "I'm gonna go." So as she get ready to go, here go Finn throwing all her misdeeds into her face. He was like, "You the one who was tearing up canvases and wrecking canvases and tearing up wedding dresses, and I stood beside you. Okay, I was your lover and your secretary, working every day of the week would stop breathing if you told me to, helping you to get on your feet. 11 years of sacrifice, and you can leave me at a drop of a dime." He starts singing Mary J. Blige. He didn't, but that's how it went down. And Liz is still saying, "I choose myself." So he says, "Fine, leave your key here. We done." And I was like, "Sir, y'all had been done when she walked up into that apartment and saw you and that hussy on the couch, lip locking." So she leave the keys. She walk up out of there. Jason turns to Finn and says, "You stay away from her." And I was like, shout out to Jason. You could always count on him and be like, I recognize the situation's not good. Hell, I know I'm not good for these women. But I'm going to tell you this right now. You stay away, and I sure as hell will always stay away. Okay? So they leave. Jason ends up bringing Liz to the Metro Court pool, and he's like, you wanted somewhere quiet to think. You wasn't ready to go home. I know the owner, so I thought to bring you here. And they sit at the pool. And he tells her, "I'm sorry for everything that happens and you deserve better." Now, Liz, I'm going to tell you now, when he says you deserve better, that does not mean him. Jason ain't better. Now, we love Jason over here, okay? I'm a Jason girl. I am. But when I tell you Jason isn't better, I mean Jason isn't better. All the things that you want for yourself and your kids, you're never going to get with Jason, because Jason still is a danger magnet. He doesn't run towards it, but he is a magnet for it. And you want y'all safe, just like, you know what, we'll go down the reason why, Jason wasn't in Jake's life for them first couple of years. We'll go down that another time. Anyway, where were we? Tracy says in his addiction, Finn in his addiction is going to do, like, while he's in this addictive state, while he's drinking, he's going to do and say whatever so he doesn't have to change. And y'all just have to be okay with that. And I was like, yeah, that's typically what happens. They typically will do and say whatever they can to get you to change your mind or to leave them alone while they're in this state. And y'all just have to be okay with what he's about to give and then keep pushing forward to help him change his life. Okay, change your mind, change your life, okay? Liz is like, because they're down at the pool at this point. They didn't took off the shoes, legs in the water. Jason's telling her, don't tell nobody you got me to take off my shoes and put my legs and my feet and legs in the water. Don't tell nobody that, girl. Okay, I got to be tough. Okay, I'm rough and tough with my sleeve tattoo. Don't tell nobody. And my too tight black t-shirts. Don't you tell nobody, okay? Anyway, Liz is like, I wanted to be there for Finn. I just wanted to be his friend, wanted to be there for him. And Jason says, it seems like he's pushing you away. And he is pushing her away because Finn is self-loathing. He's thinking about all the things that him and Gregory ever went through in their time as father and son. He's thinking about the time he wasn't speaking to Gregory. He's thinking about the time that he took down Gregory's wife and was bumping and grinding with Jackie, and all these things, and how bad their relationship was for a long period of time. And now he's feeling guilty. So he, instead of going to therapy and dealing with that, he's letting that guilt eat him up. And instead of sitting with it and going to therapy and grieving, he's decided to drink because that's supposed to help the situation, which is not. And we've already seen that when he is drunk, he gets a little mean. I hate to see what happens when he's been on an all day, all week, all night. One day, one night, Saturday's all right, on time, just right, nighttime, anytime, get your degree, set yourself free, National American University. I don't know where that came from. It just popped in my head. Anyway, he's an alcoholic. He has addiction problems. It's only going to get worse from here. And Liz, it's up to you to choose what you want to do. I say choose yourself and let that man go, girl. Anyway, Dex thanks Joss for breaking up with him. While it ripped out my heart for you to treat me so mean and cruel, it actually helped me because I got to change my life. I got about the mob. I got my life in order. Got me a nice place to stay. I'm in a police academy. I'm about to become a cop. So thank you, Miss Girl. Thank you. Willow is ready to move on with Nina and be, cordial with her, and she's boosting Drew up again. It's just like Michael is ignoring all the signs. Your uncle about to slide and take your wife while also taking down her mama. Yeah, that's what's happening. Drew and Nina get into a yelling match with each other, and Maxie takes this as a point to, listen, I'm gonna be out to get the fuck up out of here, okay? Maxie run off, and I said, girl, you are me, I am you, because I'm not about to stay for this. So Nina and Drew going back and forth. Nina clocks his tea. Nina clocks his tea. He clocks her tea. And I'm just like, ugh, I know where this is leading. And it's going to be 2 raw chicken cutlets rolling around on the floor. Ugh. Liz is back at the pool with Liz. She says she's not sacrificing her children's safety, mentally, physically, or emotionally for Finn. And I was like, you also have to remember, you can't sacrifice your children's safety mentally, physically, and emotionally for Jason either. Remember that, okay? Because I got a feeling she about to. Anyway, they don't think Finn, both of them don't think Finn would have hurt her, but she needed to be up out of that situation because he's hurting herself. And she's like, well, how did you know I was going to be there? Jake called me. So we get on back down to Jocelyn and Dex. And Jocelyn's like, I changed my major, and I just want you to know, I can see myself dating a cop, which is like letting Dex know whenever you become a cop, we could be listen, we could be back together and I'd have no problem with your profession. And it's just like, yeah, we knew this was gonna happen. Willow says Drew sees the good in Nina, and I'm like, of course he does, because his penis has been inside of her. He sees all the good in her. But okay, I feel like that was really crude, but I'm gonna be honest. He only started seeing the good in her when they were having sex. Nina says, oh, I can't stand you. Talking to Drew, I can't stand you. And once again, they end up hunching and rolling around the floor like two raw chicken cutlets on the office floor. I said, ugh. Jason is feeling sorry for himself, and Liz clocks him and says, you know, I believe you didn't leave because you wanted to. I believe if you could have been here, you would have been here. And Jason is trying to respect the boundaries that Liz has set, just like he's trying to respect the boundaries that Sam has set. The only difference is Sam is going to come yelling at him every time Danny has. Listen, Danny can get a paper cut, he can get a splinter, or he can trip and fall on Quartermain property, and somehow it's Jason's fault, and now she got to pull up on him and say something to him. Liz is different. But that means y'all can't fall back into the bed with each other. Liz actually believes that, you know, you didn't leave because you wanted to, and there's obviously something there. Now, Liz is definitely, just like Sam, going to be pissed off when she finds out that the reason why Jason was away for so long was to protect Carly. Definitely going to be an issue there. But continuing. And she's like, you know, you would have been there if you wanted to be there. And Jason is definitely trying to respect the boundaries that Liz and Jake have set. And Liz is here for it. Okay, let's respect all the boundaries. And she tells him, Jake decided to call you. That means and you showed up. That means you hold a lot of weight with him right now. So just continue what you're doing, respect the boundaries. And when he needs you, show up. And Tracy tells Chase and BK that they have to be Finn's support. You got to be his support, because that's the only way he's about to get through all this. And then Finn is drunk, sitting on the ground. Listen, he took the keys because Liz dropped the keys in a glass of alcohol. He took the keys and threw it at the door. Then he gonna take the glass and start sliding down the couch, just drinking and reminiscing about all the times that him and Liz had together. I'm gonna just say it. Him and Liz was never meant to be. They were never going to last. I don't want her with Jason. I want her with somebody better. I want her with somebody who's actually going to care and protect her and not put her in danger and not going to put her kids in danger. We gonna find that man for you. We gonna find that man. Maybe she needs somebody different in her life. Maybe Rebecca, real life husband, need to come back on here. You know, maybe play somebody different, or maybe say him and his wife in Puerto Rico broke up, and he moving back to town, something like that. Listen, I have so many ideas for General Hospital. Y'all want them? Hit me up, okay? Anyway, with that being said, that was all for them soaps. I hope y'all like this recap. I'm gonna try to get the recaps out to y'all earlier than I have been, but just bear with me because sometimes I'm not going to be able to do it because I have other commitments. But with that being said, don't forget to hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell, and always check the description box for everything that you need or need to know. And with that being said, comment and let me know how far y'all got in this review. And I love everybody, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.